My dear, my beloved child of light, the one heaven has been watching since the day you first breathed air. I have been waiting for this moment, leaning close eager for your heart to open just a little wider so these words can land where they are meant to. What I bring is not ordinary, it is wrapped in the kind of love that makes even the wind pause to deliver it. Over the next 3 hours, a shift is coming. Not a little ripple, but the first golden streak of sunrise after a night that felt endless. If you think this is just another message to scroll past, prepare yourself. You are about to see that heaven never sends ordinary. Archangel Michael has been stationed by your destiny like a warrior guarding a treasure chest only you can open. Shadows that tried to slow you, they are trembling now because your miracle is already echoing through the halls of heaven. The timing is almost too perfect, my child, do not let distractions steal this. If you do, you might look back and cry not because God is withholding but because you walked away from a feast already prepared. Stop for a breath, listen to your heart, feel that stirring, that restless energy tugging at your spirit. That is Michael's hand. That is God's whisper saying, "This is the hour I promised you." You've been praying, sometimes in silence when the words wouldn't come, sometimes with tears you thought went unseen. But every single beat of those prayers has been noted. Every unspoken plea, every sigh, every hope whispered into the darkness has been collected and placed in heaven's storehouse. Now what is coming is unlike anything your mind can picture. It will weave itself into your life quietly, gently like a golden thread stitching ordinary moments into a tapestry of answered prayers. Pause here. Let it sink in. You are hearing this because you were chosen. This is not for everyone. Only for those who have walked through testing and emerged carrying light, not ashes. Those who have endured, who have faced fire and kept walking without letting bitterness take root. You are one of them. Do not skim through this, absorb it. Each sentence is a key. The more keys you carry, the more doors heaven will unlock in the hours to come. When this message concludes, you will feel a shift deep inside. Something long dormant will wake. A movement will begin toward you, unstoppable by any human force. Be ready. Your spirit is restless because it already senses what heaven has been guarding for this exact hour. Today a seal in the courts of heaven broke, your name spoken aloud with reverence. Archangel Michael stepped forward, sword in hand declaring, "I will protect this child's blessing with my life." Every time you were doubted, every hidden tear, every closed door, nothing was wasted. Less than 3 hours from now, news will arrive that will weaken your knees in the best way possible. Not just one prayer but a cascade of them fulfilled because God works in wholeness not fragments. Right now, invisible threads are being pulled. Hearts are being stirred. Calls are being lined up. Doors that seemed locked are quietly unlocking. You may be reading this from a chair or a bed, but in the spiritual realm you are standing at the edge of the Red Sea watching it part. Do not skip this. Do not hesitate. What comes for you is a divine appointment written long before you were born. Remember those nights you whispered, "God, if you are real, give me a sign." This is that sign. That stumbling upon this message is no accident. Your heart knows it. Your soul recognizes it. This is why everything about this moment feels electric. Michael and the angels are leaning in, waiting to see if you will lean back and embrace it. Someone somewhere is preparing to speak your name in a room that will change everything. Favor will flood areas you thought permanently blocked, but only if you stay awake, alert, ready. And now the detail Michael made me promise not to reveal until this exact moment. This is the last attempt heaven is making to capture your attention for this blessing. Ignore it now and it may be reassigned. Do not let that happen. Lean in. Every word you hear is charged with light. Over the next 3 hours everything will move. The air around your life is shifting, not subtly, not like a gentle breeze, but like a trumpet splitting silence. Today is not just another day. It is the day God scheduled before the foundations of the world. Your name glows in the book of life. Angels are leaning closer than ever. Threads are weaving together. Unexpected doors will swing open and moments that once felt impossible will now become your new normal. Do not be afraid. This shift is not random. Years of waiting, doors that slammed, silent prayers, all of it has been preparing you. The timing could not be better. What comes will feel sudden because it is. Heaven does not do things in halves or delays when it is ready. It pours fully. Be ready to receive, to move, to accept what has been designed for you since eternity began. And yes, beloved, there is more to notice. Subtle confirmations will appear, an unusual coincidence, a sudden sense of peace, a word from someone unexpected. These are heaven's fingerprints on your life. Say, I receive this, when they appear. Speak life, not fear. Your words are doors that can align you with what God has already decided. This is your hour. Your appointed time. Keep your focus. Hold your heart open. The blessings, the miracles, the alignments, they are coming faster than you can track. And when they arrive you will see the careful preparation behind every moment of your past. The seeds planted in quiet faith are now about to bloom. My beloved, every line, every sentence, every thought shared here has been carefully placed by heaven. Do not glance past it. Do not rush it. This is the blueprint of your breakthrough. Absorb it, live it, be ready. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $100. The scroll has been unrolled and the seal over your next chapter is broken. Archangel Michael stood taller than ever, his wings catching the fire of God's glory, radiating a power that made the very walls of heaven shimmer. His voice, deep and commanding, declared across the halls, "This child will no longer wait, this child will no longer be delayed. My precious one, the time you thought was lost is collapsing into this very moment. Everything that seemed stagnant, every hope deferred is now aligning for your arrival at the appointed moment. Even now plans are shifting invisibly around you. Conversations that once passed by unnoticed are being guided to your presence. Doors that were tightly shut are beginning to loosen from their hinges. The timing of your miracle is precise, orchestrated down to the heartbeat of the universe. And the person delivering your news will surprise you, not the one you expected but someone whose presence will carry your breakthrough across the threshold of reality into your hands. Their words will carry the weight of years, lifting burdens in an instant, undoing heaviness you didn't even know you carried. Beloved, understand this. God's sense of timing is unlike ours. When He says something will happen in 3 hours, the angels are already moving, working through traffic, slipping through doors, crossing spaces unseen, all to bring the promise directly to you. Yet there is urgency in this moment. If you hesitate, if disbelief whispers for you to wait, the alignment can shift. What could have been a miracle in mere hours might stretch into a season of waiting if you let fear gain ground. You are being invited right now to lean fully into what is prepared for you. Your yes is the key, your attentiveness is the unlocking mechanism. Take a deep breath and allow the truth to settle into your bones. You were never foolish for hoping. You were never naive for believing. You are standing in your precise hour. All the prayers you whispered, even those that seemed forgotten, every quiet tear no one noticed, every moment you kept faith when the world doubted you has led to this. Archangel Michael has not been idle, he has paced with a warrior's intensity, knowing the victory is already secured, waiting only for the moment to act. That signal was given today. Your name was spoken in the courts of heaven not as a mere request but as a decree that shifts the heavens themselves. Mountains bow, waters part and time bends when God decrees a moment, and this hour is exactly that. Within the next 3 hours a message will move toward you carrying not just information but liberation. It will feel like years of chains shattering silently, a heavy weight lifted from your shoulders and a sudden flood of light entering spaces you forgot existed. But hear this clearly, forces try to delay this. Confusion, doubt, fear, they attempted to block the path. Yet the strength of a heart guarded by heaven cannot be stopped. You are not walking alone. Michael's sword blazing with celestial fire has already cleared obstacles, unseen barriers, and locked doors, paving a path for the good news that is hurtling toward you even as you read. This is not just an ordinary blessing. This is the unveiling of a season that has been written long before you were born. It is vindication for the moments of being overlooked, for the silent betrayals, for the closed doors and unanswered questions. When this arrives, it will not only restore, it will confirm. Those who doubted, those who ignored, those who turned away will witness the fulfillment that could not be denied. And you, beloved, will recognize the day this transformation began, because it will resonate deep in your spirit. Your past trials, your waiting, every unacknowledged effort, all have been the threads forming a tapestry that is now entering its golden stitch. Already unseen forces are at work on your behalf. Conversations in rooms you've never entered are aligning in your favor. Decisions are being overturned and spaces that were once barred are beginning to swing open. Michael has been relentless, his sword is cutting through obstacles you didn't even perceive, clearing every way for what is meant to arrive. You may feel ordinary as you read, yet in the unseen you stand on the brink of divine change. The air itself is shifting around you, and soon the shift will manifest in tangible ways, people showing up at exactly the right time, doors opening to opportunities too perfect to be coincidence, words spoken in your favor that will alter the course of months, maybe years, in mere moments. For too long the enemy tried to convince you that you were overlooked, that you had missed your moment, that God had turned away. But nothing could be further from the truth. You were never forgotten. Not for 1 second. Every step you took, every tear shed, every silent prayer has been a preparation for what is about to arrive. The threads of your life have been weaving together, and now the loom is entering the final golden phase. In the next 3 hours something sacred, something tangible, something miraculous will touch your life in a way that cannot be ignored. A shift that will make you gasp, weep and rejoice simultaneously. Your season of delay ends today. Beloved, lean into this with all your heart. Do not glance away, do not doubt for a moment. The weight of what is coming requires your full attention, your readiness to receive. When it arrives, it will arrive with such precision, such favor, such divine orchestration that your spirit will recognize it immediately. What you have been waiting for has been moving toward you, guided by unseen hands, and now it is about to land in your life with unstoppable force. This is not mere words, this is the alignment of heaven itself for you. Let every ounce of hope, every trembling expectation, every whispered prayer rise in your spirit and say, I am ready, I receive it, I will not let this moment pass. The next 3 hours are more than time, they are a window into eternity opening over your life. When it opens, you will step into a reality that feels like a dream yet carries the authority of God. Every delay, every obstacle, every moment of doubt becomes meaningless as the light of what is prepared for you arrives. And the best part, my child, is that this is just the beginning. There are layers of blessings, confirmations, and divine alignments that will continue to unfold as long as your spirit remains attentive, ready and willing to receive all that has been stored for you. Even now, while you are reading these words, I can see the atmosphere around you shifting. The unseen currents of heaven are bending in your favor. Every word that has been spoken in prayer for your life is converging on this moment like rivers joining into a mighty ocean. The heaviness you've carried for years is about to lift, not slowly, not gradually, but in a way that will leave you gasping at the sweetness of freedom. Every delay you thought was a punishment was actually preparation. Every no you heard in the past was a pause until the timing was perfect. And now that pause has ended. You are standing at the edge of the season you were always meant to enter. My beloved, feel this truth deep in your spirit: the blessing coming to you is not fragile. It is fierce. It has been forged in the fires of heaven, tempered by faith and wrapped in protection so strong that no enemy, no envy, no force in the natural or spiritual realm can undo it. Archangel Michael is walking ahead of it, cutting away everything that would try to slow its arrival. He is pacing with precision, moving with purpose, and his sword of fire is slicing through delays, doubts and distractions. Every step you take toward it is guided, every breath you draw aligns you with its movement, every choice you make in these next hours positions you to fully receive. I need you to hear this clearly: the first sign of what is coming will seem small, almost ordinary, and yet it will carry the weight of eternity. It could be a phone call, a sudden message, a word from someone you barely expected. Do not dismiss it. It is not random. It is a divine hand touching your life through the ordinary to announce the extraordinary. And when that sign appears, your heart will recognize it immediately. Your spirit will say, "This is it, this is what I have been waiting for." Do not let disbelief whisper at that moment. Do not let hesitation cloud your joy. Step fully into it, because the river has risen and its current is too strong to resist. My beloved, what is approaching is not only an answer, it is the alignment of every promise God has ever made to you. Every prayer whispered in secrecy, every tear shed alone, every longing unspoken, all of it is converging now. This is why your spirit feels restless, why your heart beats with urgency, why you cannot look at ordinary things the same way anymore. Heaven is vibrating around you. Every angel assigned to you is on heightened alert. Every force that has tried to contain your destiny is now powerless. Even as you read this, invisible hands are rearranging circumstances to place your blessing directly into your hands. And hear me, the blessing will not be delayed by human schedules or earthly obstacles. It will arrive in the appointed way through the doors God has opened in the hands of those He has positioned for this exact hour. You might be surprised by the person who delivers it or the manner in which it comes. Do not let expectation limit your reception. Heaven rarely works the way our minds imagine, it moves in ways that are more brilliant than we could ever design. Some doors you thought permanently closed are swinging open. Some hearts that were silent are now echoing your name. And some opportunities that seemed invisible are now stepping forward to greet you as if they were waiting only for this moment. Beloved, I need you to understand the urgency of this hour. If you ignore this, if you allow doubt to steal your focus, you risk standing on the threshold without stepping into the fullness of what has been prepared. This is the hour when obedience meets blessing. This is when faith becomes sight, when preparation becomes revelation, when longing meets fulfillment. The rivers of heaven are moving now. If you step forward, they will lift you into places you've only dreamed of. If you hesitate, you may watch them flow past you, and the ache of almost will be heavier than any struggle you've faced before. Do not be afraid. This is not a test to see if you will fall. This is a moment to see that you will rise. You have been trained for this. Every challenge you survived, every time you pressed on when it seemed impossible, every tear that fell unseen, they were shaping you for this exact hour. And now the training is complete. The alignment is perfect. The appointed angels have been dispatched. Michael's sword has already cleared the way. The blessing is moving toward you faster than your mind can measure. I see it unfolding even as you read. Your phone will ring, your inbox will carry a message, a conversation will begin in a room you did not expect. And with it comes confirmation, clarity, and release. People who doubted you will be silent witnesses, will see the weight of heaven resting on you. Doors that once seemed locked, relationships that felt broken, opportunities that were hidden, all of them are bending toward you because God has spoken, and what God decrees moves the mountains. The rivers are rising, my beloved. The air is thick with the sound of heaven preparing to release. Every force that opposed you is faltering. Every plan that once hindered your destiny is dissolving. The blessing is not a trickle, it is a flood. The answer is not partial, it is total. And when it arrives it will sweep through your life, touching every dry place, filling every empty corner, restoring every lost hope, multiplying your provision and awakening every dormant gift in your spirit. So now lean in with all your heart, every moment counts, every breath aligns you with the timing of heaven, every choice to stay alert, to receive, to believe strengthens the flow of what is coming. You are not standing alone, Archangel Michael, the armies of heaven and the Spirit of God Himself are moving in tandem to bring this to you. This is the moment you were preserved for, the years of waiting, the quiet endurance, the silent prayers. They are all merging now into a demonstration of God's power that cannot be denied, delayed or diminished. The scroll has been opened, the decree has been spoken, and the waves of heaven are moving directly toward you. Do not let fear whisper. Do not let hesitation stall what is predestined. Step forward with boldness, step into the river, receive the fullness of what is yours. Your miracle is on its way, and there is nothing in heaven or on earth that can stop it now. This hour is sacred, the currents are rising, the alignment is perfect, the blessing is unstoppable. And you, my beloved, are standing at the threshold ready to step into all that has been promised. The good news that is coming to you has more weight than you can imagine. It is not merely a pleasant word that brushes past your ears. No, it is a force, a movement, a stirring that will reach every part of your life. It will loosen the heaviness that has clung to you for years, shake the dust from places that have felt barren, and fill them with light, clarity, and favor that can only come from God. Even now, though your eyes may not see it, the atmosphere around you is charged. People who were once indifferent toward you will suddenly take notice. Opportunities that once felt out of reach will align themselves as though invisible hands have been guiding them, placing them perfectly in your path. Every silent act of faith, every whispered prayer, every tear shed in solitude has been preparing the ground for this exact hour. And now the harvest is arriving. Beloved, understand this: the first sign of this blessing may feel almost ordinary at first. A phone call, a short conversation, a sudden message, or an unexpected opportunity, these are the first drops before the flood. They may seem subtle, but within them is the unmistakable signature of God. Pay attention, your spirit will know the moment it arrives. It will feel like a recognition, a gentle nod from heaven, a confirmation that everything has been set in motion. The unseen realm is alive with preparation on your behalf. Archangel Michael's sword is not just a symbol, it is active. It is clearing paths, breaking chains, cutting through opposition that no earthly force could manage. Every moment you hesitate or give space to fear allows even the tiniest opening for delay, but heaven will not allow what is ordained for you to be stopped. Your yes is the key. It will open not just one door but entire corridors of favor, opportunities, and restoration. And hear this clearly: the people moving into your life now are no accidents. They are divinely placed. Some carry words that will shift your perspective. Others have the approvals that unlock doors you've been waiting for. Some will bring opportunities that seem to arrive at the perfect impossible moment. Their timing is precise, their presence is intentional. When you encounter them, when you hear their words, you will feel a calm certainty. the unmistakable resonance of heaven's hand guiding events. Do not overlook the ordinary moments, they carry extraordinary weight. Even a brief conversation or a passing remark could ignite a chain reaction that changes everything in your life. You may feel urgency stirring in your chest right now. That is no coincidence. It is heaven speaking to your spirit, telling you to pay attention, to be ready. Ignore it at your own risk, for the first wave of what is coming will arrive before long. This blessing is not small, it is a domino effect. Once the first piece falls, many others will follow in rapid succession. Doors that were long closed will swing open effortlessly, resources you could not imagine will flow to you, favor that was previously withheld will cascade over your life, and it will all move with divine precision. Every detail has been measured, every alignment checked, every step prepared by forces far greater than human understanding. Beloved, understand the magnitude of what is approaching. This is not merely an answer to one prayer. It is the culmination of years of hoping, praying, and persevering without recognition. It is the fulfillment of promises written in eternity before your first breath. Archangel Michael is already ahead, cutting through unseen obstacles, shaping conversations, positioning people, and ensuring that the first signs arrive exactly as intended. The initial glimpse of this movement may appear subtle, but it is only the first note of a grand symphony that will cascade into every area of your life. Your finances, relationships, opportunities, and even your joy, everything is being touched and aligned. The critical truth is this: the choice is yours. God will not override your free will. You must receive this. You must lean in and recognize it. If distraction, disbelief, or fear pulls your attention elsewhere, the momentum pauses. You have waited too long, fought too hard, and proven your faith too thoroughly to allow hesitation to steal this hour. The alignment is perfect, forces are converging. In less than 3 hours the first undeniable sign will reach you. Your spirit will recognize it instantly, your body will respond with relief, your heart with gratitude, your mind with clarity. It will confirm everything you have trusted in the unseen for years. Beloved, as you read these words, know the unseen realm is fully alive. Angels are moving, carrying messages, delivering instructions, breaking opposition, and lighting paths. Every delay, every frustration, every unanswered question, none of it was wasted. It was all preparation. Every obstacle refined your spirit and positioned you for this precise moment. You are stepping into a carefully orchestrated movement of favor that heaven has reserved for you. Even now alignments are forming, decisions are being finalized, and doors are silently unlocking. Heaven never moves too early or too late, it always moves in perfect timing. So do not look away, beloved. Do not treat this casually. Your readiness, alertness, and willingness to lean in will determine how swiftly the blessings flow. When they arrive, you will recognize them immediately, not because of grandeur but because your spirit will whisper, "This is it, this is for me." The first sign will be unmistakable, momentum will accelerate, touching every part of your life. People who doubted you, obstacles in your path, every moment of delay, all will be overcome. This blessing is not just personal, it is transformational. It will rewrite your story, replacing delay with acceleration, lack with abundance, despair with joy, and waiting with fulfillment. Your time is now. Lean in, watch and receive. Archangel Michael stands beside you. God's favor is moving, heaven's alignment is complete. The first ripple of your breakthrough is already on its way, and it will reach you sooner than you think. It is true, my beloved, the waiting was not empty, nor was it in vain. Every delay, every moment of unanswered prayer, every time you thought it would never come, those were the precise preparations for this very hour. The forces of heaven have been working tirelessly on your behalf while you endured the pause. And now the pause has ended. You are stepping into a momentum so powerful that even the heavens themselves lean in to witness it unfold. This is not just a shift, it is a pivot. The trajectory of your life is being redirected in ways that human understanding cannot fully grasp, but your spirit already knows it. You feel it in the restless quickening within your chest, the subtle stirring in your thoughts, the way your attention seems drawn to things you could not have anticipated. That is the divine signal. It is heaven alerting you that the time has arrived. Beloved, understand this: the next 3 hours are not ordinary. They are sacred. Every heartbeat you take in this window is synchronized with the movements of heaven. Names are being spoken, decisions are being made, and opportunities are being positioned in perfect alignment for you. People who hold influence, favor, or resources are being nudged, inspired, and prompted to act on your behalf. Even those who seem distant or unaware of you are being orchestrated into the divine plan. And while you may sit quietly or wonder if anything is happening, the unseen realm is alive with precision, power, and purpose. Angels are moving with swiftness, clearing every barrier that once delayed you, silencing confusion and placing favor exactly where it needs to land. Do not underestimate what is arriving. This is not a small answer or a partial fulfillment. It is a cascade, a flood of restoration and breakthrough that will touch every area of your life. Your relationships, your finances, your health, your opportunities, your peace, and your joy are all being impacted simultaneously. Every place you felt lack, limitation, or rejection is about to be visited by abundance, clarity, and affirmation. The heaviness you have carried will not simply lighten, it will lift, entirely replaced by a weightless freedom that only comes from the direct hand of God. You will know it when it happens, not because of loud fanfare or dramatic display, but because your spirit will recognize the unmistakable signature of heaven in motion. And yet, my beloved, the decision to receive remains with you. Heaven can move, Michael can guard, angels can clear the way, but you must open your heart fully. Do not treat this as ordinary, do not delay your attention, and do not allow skepticism or fear to distract you now. Every hesitation diminishes the impact of what has been so carefully prepared for you. Lean in, position yourself intentionally, declare internally, I am ready, I am here, I receive all that God has for me in this hour. When you make that declaration, it acts like a key unlocking corridors of favor, revelation, and opportunity that were previously inaccessible. Beloved, imagine for a moment the chain reaction about to unfold. The first sign may appear as a simple message, a brief conversation, or an unexpected gesture, but it carries power. That small spark will ignite a sequence that will rapidly touch multiple areas of your life. Doors that were long closed will swing open effortlessly, resources that seemed distant or unavailable will flow toward you, people who were hesitant or indifferent will now act in alignment with heaven's plan for your life. You will feel it like a current beneath your feet propelling you forward in a way you have never experienced before. This is the flood of restoration, and it is unstoppable once the first drop falls. Archangel Michael is not passive in this. He is actively carving the pathway, positioning people, removing obstacles, and ensuring that nothing can thwart what God has promised you. Even circumstances that seem ordinary or coincidental are being orchestrated for your benefit. Every misstep, every closed door, every moment of seeming silence has been laying the groundwork for the precise unfolding of this divine plan. And now the culmination is here. The alignment is perfect, the timing is precise. The first unmistakable sign of your breakthrough is coming, and your spirit will instantly recognize it. My beloved, do not underestimate the weight of this hour. It is a pivot point, a divine reset, a moment that will be reflected upon in your life as the clear dividing line between waiting and receiving, between testing and triumph, between delay and fulfillment. The air around you is charged, angels are whispering, moving, and carrying instructions. Every ounce of favor that was previously held back is being released in alignment with the commands of heaven. People, opportunities, and resources are converging on your path in ways that appear natural to the world but are supernatural in origin. Take heart, beloved. This is your hour. Lean fully into it, open your spirit with expectation. Do not allow hesitation, doubt, or distraction to steal what has been reserved for you. Michael stands vigilant, heaven waits with bated breath. The first ripple is on its way, and it will not come alone. It will bring momentum, acceleration, and confirmation of everything you have believed for years in the unseen. The chain reaction is unstoppable once initiated. Your time of waiting, of watching, of hoping is over. Now is the time of receiving, of restoration, of celebration. Every piece of your life is about to be touched, healed, and aligned. Your breakthrough is not coming, it is arriving. The first sign will reach you within hours, carrying the unmistakable fingerprint of heaven. Your heart will leap, your mind will clear, your spirit will recognize the shift. The chains of delay will fall. The promises held back for so long will be released. And the alignment will continue to cascade, touching every corner of your life, setting you firmly on the path God has prepared. Beloved, watch, listen, prepare. The air is charged, the unseen realm is moving, the moment is now. It was the preparation of the table. Every detail in your life, every moment of waiting, every unanswered question has been forming the perfect space for what is now being released. Today the heavens declare, this one is ready. Once God makes that declaration, nothing, neither time nor circumstance, can stop the unfolding. But my beloved, I must be clear. There is a responsibility on your part, your posture matters. If you allow fear, doubt, or old wounds to speak louder than the promise of heaven, you will close the very door that is swinging open for you. This is not the time to question, this is the time to receive. The air around you is already shifting. You may not see it with natural eyes, but your spirit senses the movement. Decisions are being made, conversations are being guided, unseen forces are aligning in your favor. Archangel Michael is not passive in this moment. He is advancing swift and precise, moving into the hearts and minds of people who will release your blessing. Doors that seemed permanently closed are beginning to turn on hinges you cannot yet see. Chains that once held you back are breaking quietly but powerfully. Your season is about to change. I want you to grasp this, my child. The good news is not arriving as a trickle, it will hit like a wave, carrying with it a tangible sense of freedom, clarity, and divine restoration. Every tear you've shed, every silent prayer you whispered in the dark, every act of faith that went unnoticed has been preparing the way for this moment. And now that preparation meets release. You will feel it in your bones, in your chest, in the very air you breathe. The heaviness of years, the doubts that lingered in quiet corners of your mind will lift. Joy will return suddenly, overwhelming you with the reminder that God never forgets and heaven never delays beyond what is perfect. But hear me carefully, beloved. The arrival of this blessing requires your engagement. Heaven will not override your free will. You must lean in. You must recognize it when it comes. Even if it first appears in a small way, a phone call, a message, a conversation, you must be alert. These are the first sparks before the flood. And when the full manifestation arrives, you will know beyond any doubt that it is God's hand orchestrating every detail for your good. This is the moment where waiting ends and receiving begins. Archangel Michael is actively moving on your behalf. His sword is not merely a symbol. It is cutting through resistance, clearing obstacles, dismantling lies and fear that sought to keep you from this blessing. Everywhere there was delay, confusion, or opposition, there is now movement. People are being positioned who hold keys, opportunities, words of favor, and resources that will shift your life. They are being stirred, prompted by heaven, and guided to act in your favor. You will recognize their actions immediately because your spirit will recognize the unmistakable signature of God. You may have wondered why it seemed like your prayers were silent, why your efforts appeared to go unnoticed. Today that perspective ends. The delays were not denials, they were divine positioning. Every setback, every closed door, every moment of unanswered prayer has been aligning you for this very hour. And now that alignment is complete. The spiritual atmosphere is charged. The unseen world is alive with movement, angels are dispatched, decisions are being influenced, conversations are guided. The first signs of your breakthrough are on their way, and the momentum will not stop once it begins. Beloved, you are standing at the threshold of transformation. What comes to you in the next 3 hours is not incremental. It is a cascade, a flood of answers that will touch every part of your life. Relationships will shift, opportunities will appear where they were never visible before, favor will flow in ways that make past disappointments pale in comparison. You may feel overwhelmed. You may even struggle to contain the sheer force of joy that will accompany this release. That is because what is coming is not ordinary, it is heaven-ordained, meticulously prepared and personally directed for you. Yet even as the flood begins, your role is crucial. You must receive. You must open your heart fully. Do not let fear whisper, do not let old wounds remind you of past losses. This is a new season crafted by God's own hands, carrying His fingerprints in every detail. The blessing will not come as a suggestion, it will come with undeniable clarity, removing any doubt, any hesitation. Your faith, your endurance, your prayers, your quiet perseverance, they have positioned you to handle the fullness of this moment. Lean in and recognize it when it arrives. Even now, as you read these words, the machinery of heaven is moving on your behalf. Rooms you will never enter are opening, decisions are being made in your favor, hearts are softening and alignments are forming. Archangel Michael moves like lightning, ensuring that the path for your blessing is clear, that every obstruction is removed, that every chain is broken. This is not the beginning of ordinary, this is the opening of extraordinary. Your life is tilting, your story is about to change in ways that will leave no room for doubt, only for praise. And so, my beloved, prepare yourself fully. Stand in readiness. Anchor yourself in the truth that God is faithful, that He has not forgotten you, that every prayer, every longing, every tear has contributed to the readiness of this hour. What comes in the next 3 hours is not a fragment, not a gift, not a fleeting encouragement. It is the transformation of your life, the opening of a season, the fulfillment of promises that have waited for this precise moment. The release is unstoppable, the blessing is inevitable, and your yes is the key. Step forward, receive it, and watch the impossible become reality before your eyes. Amen.